All right, what we have here is a piece of brass for the velocity stack we were going to create. And what you want to start with is a center line on your piece of material. And then on this one, we went with 2-inch for the big end of the velocity cone. So it's going to wind up being sort of like a trapezoid is what you're looking for. And then this smaller end was 1.75 inches. And then this is the height of the cone was, let's see, and 1.75 inches. And so then you take your square and line all those marks up from here to here to here, all three of those marks on both sides. And where those points cross up here is where your starting point is going to be for your compass. And you're going to put your point up here and your pencil down here, draw that line, and then your point up here and pencil down here and draw that line around. And where you're going to wind up with is two half circles. Then you're going to take your smaller diameter number, so on this one was 1.75 inches, and multiply that by pi, and that comes out to 5.5. Now this is going to be different on whatever you're making it for. And you set your compass for 1/2 inch wide marks, and walk that all the way around, starting here at this point here, 1/2 inch all the way around, a bunch of tick marks. And however many half marks it takes to equate to your 5.5, which you got from your pi, is where you're going to cut it. So you're going to cut it here, and then let's say it winds up being right here, you're going to cut that out, that band there. And then what you wind up with is something similar to this right here. And then you're going to take that and put it in your slip roller. Roll it around a couple times and get the basic shape. On this brass, it's way easier to just bend it around, but on the other one we just made was stainless, so I rolled it through there a couple of times, set up where it's tighter on this end and loose on this end, and then that rolls it, obviously tighter up here and looser out here on your velocity stack. Then you're going to roll it around, and on the stainless one we just welded this seam here. And then we got our stainless steel mesh, laid it on here, drew a circle around it, cut that out, and welded that in there. And on these, you can drill holes and put set screws in here, or cut slots in here and push, make tabs out of it. You can do that either way. I put a radiator style clamp on ours to around the end to hold it. That works pretty good for a bobber. Depends on what style you're going for. And I also had somebody asking me about our jockey shifter, suicide shifter. What we did is we already had a set of these laying around because we didn't have a clutch set up whenever we got this bike. And so this is, the cable goes down through here. And basically what we did is just took this piece off of the shifter arm and welded it to the back side of this handlebar tubing. And then our clutch cable actually goes up in here, and then when you pull it, it pulls the cable and goes around and pulls the clutch cable on that side. You can make it however you want. You can make it shorter for your style, but we wanted a taller one since the tank is going up kind of high on this style bike. And that's where we're at on that. If you have any questions, let us know. Send us a message or a comment or whatever on Instagram, DM. And I may be able to print this out for people, and a better one obviously than mine. And that way you can do it yourself also. Appreciate it.